Team Johnny versus Team Teddy.
Goofy match. Really goofy match. Nothing really stood out to me.
Well, you know what stood out to me? David Otunga as team captain of Team Johnny, and there was what?
4.
Ziggler, Swagger, Mark Henry, who else on? Miz. 4 former world champions.
Along with Drew McIntyre.
Yes. Poor Drew. Well, at least he got on Mania.
Yeah.
But 4 former world champions, and they're taking orders from David Otunga. What? How does that make any sense? When you're writing a show, that cannot make any sense to you. Like, why? Just why would you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, they put Booker T in there, gave you a legend, whatever. He took most of the beating throughout the match, too. Booker did.
Yeah.
But...
Kind of missed part of it?
Yeah. Well, and then, I don't get they have Eve. If she's not around Zack Ryder, she's a heel. If she's with Zack Ryder, she's a face. Makes no sense. She comes in, she tries to do the woo woo woo. Zack Ryder, being a dumb fuck that he is, doesn't pay attention. Gets the skull crushing finale. 1, 2, 3, and we're forced to no longer be able to see Teddy Long, who I love. Teddy Long will be missed.
He's a great dancer. Great dancer.
Yes, he is. All the way back from when he was managing Ron Simmons, who went in the Hall of Fame, well deserved as well.
Oh yeah.
In Doom, all the way till he was a ref. I think he's been general manager for 7 or 8 years.
Long time. Long time.
It's a shame. And then Laurinaitis is good. I didn't like him at first, but he's grown into his character. He's gotten better on the mic.
It's pretty funny.
You need the heel. You need the heel to be the authority figure. If you're not gonna have Vince, you need that heel authority figure.
Absolutely.
Which Teddy doesn't do. You're not gonna make Teddy Long a heel, especially with the way he dances.
Yeah. No. Not at all.
And then you get the low blow from the Hosky. Everybody saw it coming. No, maybe not the low blow, but everybody saw the swerve coming with that one.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Santino's team captain, Booker T's on the team. Kofi, R-Truth. I mean, what's with Santino being U.S. champion? That is not wrestling. That is complete bullshit, in my opinion. Waste of a title.
Yeah.
He cried when he won the belt. His first match in the company, he won the Intercontinental title. He already won the equivalent of that title when he first joined the company.
He's not even from Italy.
No, I think he's Canadian.
Pretty sure he's from Cleveland.
Cleveland? Whatever. Anyway, off of that. Yeah. Next, Punk Jericho. Okay build, 3-month build. The match itself was okay. Not what I expected out of those two.
Yeah. It was pretty slow paced.
Yeah. The finish was very smartly done, and I like anybody who knows anything about wrestling, they know that the face is not tapping. When the last time I could tell you in a big match that a face tapped, I think it was HBK versus Angle at WrestleMania 21.
It's been a long time.
Yes, very long time. And you knew Punk is not losing. And I thought they might be dumb enough to make Jericho champ, even if it's only for 1 month, because you know he's going to win it back in Chicago at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And it's smart to not keep flip-flopping the belt. Punk's been champ since Survivor Series. Make him a top. You're making him a top guy, and you're giving the belt some. You're not flip-flopping it. How often? When he won it at Money in the Bank, the next week, 2 weeks later, Mysterio wins it. Then Cena wins it same night. Then Punk comes out the same night. So technically, in one night, you have 3 guys claiming to be world champion. What does that do for your title?
Demeans it. Makes it mean nothing.
Exactly. Then you have a unification match, which there should have been no unification match because whatever happened to the 30-day defend rule? He was only gone 2 weeks, and he's no longer champ. I know you want to get Punk, Cena too, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he beats Cena again, and then Del Rio wins it. We're getting off the subject here, but I mean that's just good match. Could have been better. I know they saved some for Extreme Rules, which it won't be Extreme because it's PG. But you know Jericho's not winning the title. Punk should hold that belt to SummerSlam, then go into chase mode for Mania next year.
There was a point in the match where Jericho had the walls of Jericho on Punk, and it looked pretty painful. Like, I could feel the pain, because he was leaning back all the way on it.
Well, there's not much you could do. When you're bending somebody's spine, you're bending their spine. Whether it's fake or not, that's another story.
Very true.
Okay, on to Rock Cena. Year-long build, once in a lifetime. Your thoughts?
I was really hoping John Cena would win. He's a wrestler. He's not an entertainer. Well, he is an entertainer, but he's not a movie star. He's a wrestler. He always stays in wrestling. Doesn't leave. Doesn't come back. He just stays and wrestles.
Let me ask you this. Say he's done movies. Say one of his movies takes off like The Rock's movies do. You don't think he would leave?
I think he would leave, but not as many times as The Rock has.
You're getting $20 million a film like Rock. What do? He's done it all. I mean, I'm not a big Cena fan. I respect what he's done. He's done everything that he could possibly do in wrestling. What is his point to stay? I mean, I know he likes the fans, whatever. But what does he have to prove? Nothing.
He has nothing to prove, but he loves wrestling. Like, you could see in everything.
But you could make movies and wrestle. Look at Rock.
I think Cena has enough money.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. But in the be-all, end-all in the world is money. $20 million a movie. He could easily say that he never left and he would never leave, but he was never offered the $20 million contract.
That's true. That's true.
Good match, very good match. Slow pace. Looked like Rock was out of breath. A lot of rest spots for Rock. Cena looked good in defeat by beating down Rock, but in the end, he cost himself by doing
the people's elbow. Going for the Rock's own move, the people's elbow.
Good match though. Lived up to the hype.
Great match.
Very rarely do some of the WWE matches live up to the hype. That did. But it's hard for Rock to have a bad match. And Cena, to his credit, he might not be the most technically sound wrestler, but when it comes down to it, he will give you an entertaining match.
Very true. And that was Rock's second match in what, 5 years? 6 years?
His last singles match was 03, which I was at, which was versus Goldberg. Since then, he's wrestled two matches, which were both tag matches, against Evolution and Miz R-Truth.
Yeah.
So, for not being in the ring for 9 years, a singles match, not too shabby.
Not bad at all. The match went a long time. Great match. A lot of false finishes. And the crowd got what they wanted. The Rock won.
Yes. Very surprising that The Rock did win, though.
Yeah.
Not that I am mad, because I wanted The Rock to win. But Cena should have won the match. Rock is not a full-time wrestler. That's like at WrestleMania 18, Hogan beats Rock. Hogan got his own the next month. He got the belt the next month.
Yeah.
There's no need for Rock to beat Cena. No need.
No need at all. No need.
Unless you're turning Cena heel, which they didn't do unless they're giving it to us tonight on Raw. But from what I read online, you're getting Rock Brock next year at WrestleMania, which I will be at. So will the Roaster and 7 other of our friends.
Whose names we will not mention.
No. What would you rate WrestleMania?
Out of 10, I'd give it an 8.5. It was good.
I'd give it a 7 or an 8, probably an 8, strictly from 8 o'clock on.
Yeah.
If this is a normal 3-hour broadcast and they cut the garbage off, best pay-per-view in a very long time.
Yeah.
Easily best WrestleMania in probably, I would say, 25 was very good. 24 was decent. Probably best WrestleMania in at least 6 or 7 years. It's very hard to think of one that actually lived up to expectations. This one did.
It made me a fan again watching it. Like, the current product isn't my favorite. I'm an old school guy, but this was very good.
Sorry. Would you recommend buying the replay?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to watch this, and hopefully next year we'll all be going. We will be going.
Yes, and you'll be seeing the video.
Yes.
Alright, this has been the first episode of Best Review in the World. I'm Jams, that's Rory. Tune in next week. We're going to be reviewing Survivor Series 2001. I know we're going from one of the better pay-per-views of all time that lived up to expectations to one of the worst that did not live up to expectations in the official, I guess you could say official fall of WCW.
The end of the invasion.
The end of the invasion. Until then, good night, Chile.
See you next time.
Push the red button.